दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छामि मे सदा
Thank you. That marks the auspicious beginning to our conclave. वर्तमान समस्तଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ଅନୁରୋଧ କରିବି राज्य संगीत परिवेषण ପାଇଁ ଛିଡ଼ା ହେବା ପାଇଁ. I request everyone to please rise for the state anthem Bande Utkala Janani.
Utkala Janani, Bande Utkala Janani, Bande Utkala Janani. Charu hasamai, charu bhasamai, Janani, Janani, Janani.
पूतपयोधि विधौत शरीरा
ताळतमाळ सुशोभित तीरा शुभ्रकटिनि कुल शिखर समीर जननी 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 घन घन वन भूमि राजित अंगे
नीलभूधर माळ साजित रंगे
कळ कळ मुखरित चारु विहंगे जननी जननी जननी
सुंदर साळी सुशोभित क्षेत्र
ज्ञान विज्ञान प्रदर्शित नेत्र जोगी ऋषि गण उठ जप पवित्र जननी 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 सुंदर मंदिर मंडित देश
चारु कला बलि शोभित वेश
पुण्य तीर्थ जय पुण्य प्रदेश जननी जननी जननी
उत्कल सुरवर दर्पित गेह
अरिकुल शोणित चर्चित देह विश्व भूमंडल कृत वर स्नेह जननी 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 कविकुल मौळि सुनंदन वंद्य
भुवन विघोषित कीर्ति अनिंद्य
धन्ये पुण्ये चिर शरण्ये जननी 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 वंदे उत्कल जननी वंदे उत्कल जननी वंदे उत्कल जननी.
Thank you, everyone. वर्तमान मंचासीन आम सबु विशिष्ट अतिथिवृंद स्वागत वृक्षचारा उत्तरीय प्रदान करी कराजिबो. We would like to welcome all our esteemed dignitaries on dais with planters and an uttariya. I'll first request Chairman HRAO Dr. J.K. Mahanti to welcome Director Tourism Government of Odisha Srimati Mansi Nimble. I'll now request Dr. J.K. Mahanti to welcome President ITO, Mr. Ravi Gosai. I'll request him to welcome the consulting CEO of Faith, Shri Ashish Gupta. I'll now request Mr. Jonathan Raul, member HRAO, to join on stage to welcome Chairman HRAO, Dr. J.K. Mohanty. I'll request then, yes. Okay. Ravi ji is welcoming our Chairman HRAO, Dr. J.K. Mohanty. I'll request, the Working President of HRAO, Dr. Srinivas Tribadi, to now welcome General Secretary HRAO, Shri Milind Gupta. Thank you, everyone. Well, before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, I just realized in the last 3-4 minutes that the energy levels in this hall are very, very low. And which is why, before we begin, we'll do something, which we all do when we start anything good in Odisha. We will say Jai Jagannath with a lot of energy and enthusiasm together before we start. So when I say, everybody, please say, raise your hands and say Jai Jagannath. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Jai Jagannath. All right. Now that marks the auspicious beginning. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very warm welcome to the 6th Odisha Tourism Conclave. Tourism is not just an industry. It is a powerful engine of inclusive growth and cultural resurgence. As Odisha aspires towards Viksit Odisha 2036, tourism holds the key to unlocking employment, entrepreneurship, and global visibility. In fact, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, while highlighting the tourism potential of Odisha in his address during Utkarsh Odisha Make in Odisha Conclave in January 2025, had said, to understand India, Odisha is the best destination. During his recent visit to the state also, he called Odisha the shining star of the rich cultural heritage of India. Needless to mention, the theme decided upon by the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Odisha this year, positioning Viksit Odisha on India's tourism map, is more relevant than ever. We have a small video that showcases how HRAO has been playing a pivotal role in shaping the growth, visibility, and vibrancy of the tourism and hospitality sector in Odisha. So let's take a look at the video. Right. That was a small snippet of the previous sessions as well that would have given you a glimpse into how HRAO has been contributing to the Odisha's tourism growth story. On that note, I would request Dr. J.K. Mahanti, Chairman HRAO, and a passionate advocate for Odisha's tourism growth to present the welcome address.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 6th edition of the Odisha Tourism Conclave. I take pleasure in welcoming amongst us Mrs. Mansi Nimbhal, our Additional Secretary and Director Tourism, Government of Odisha, with us to encourage us in this function. Most of our members who are from outside Bhubaneswar are still driving down. So, although we have vast number of registration, people are yet to arrive. I wish to announce here the absence of Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Prabhati Parida, because she's suddenly taken ill since morning and has had to cancel the program last moment. And due to an urgent tour, our Secretary Tourism expressed his inability to be present. However, the 6th Odisha Tourism, it is in last 5 tourism conclaves, we have received very good suggestions from tour operators, travel agents, hoteliers, and people connected with the tourism sector. We have submitted those recommendations to the government, and the tourism policies of the past, I think a lot of suggestions from the stakeholders have been incorporated in the previous tourism policy. And now, in the 6th edition of the Tourism Conclave, we expect some very good suggestions, recommendations from the stakeholders, which will be presented to the government for consideration. This conclave is a convergence of minds, policymakers, travel professionals, investors, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders, all united by a shared commitment to propel Odisha into the national and international tourism stage. The sessions ahead will focus on sustainable tourism, branding, investment, rural tourism, and innovation, among others. I even invite all of you to contribute your ideas, share your expertise, and collaborate in shaping a tourism roadmap that reflects true spirit of Viksit Odisha. Your valuable suggestions will be compiled and submitted to government, which will definitely go a long way in transforming Odisha into a top tourist destination in India. The purpose of the conclave by HRAO is to assist the state government in attracting huge investments in the tourism sector, to create world-class tourist infrastructure, and to block the foreign exchange which is going out of the country through outbound tourism. In the past 3 years, we have seen large number of Indian tourists departing to countries like Maldives, Thailand, Malaysia, Mauritius, Hong Kong, Japan, Canada, and so on. According to a report of the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, in 2023, a total of 2.78 lakh Indians traveled abroad, reflecting impressive increase of 26.25% from the previous year, and around 45% of the Indians travel to leisure holidays and recreation activities. India loses more than 9,000 crores every year in foreign exchange, which Indian tourists go abroad and spend. Further, before I go further, Indian tourists are going abroad and spending money. It is because of the infrastructure that is available abroad, the world-class hotels that is available abroad. We in Odisha are urging our government and investors, entrepreneurs to invest in Odisha. Let us make Odisha an attractive destination which will help generate employment, foreign exchange earning, domestic tourists will also enjoy. For that, I think we have a long way to go. Before starting this meeting, we were discussing with Madam, Mrs. Manjit Nimbal. She was just mentioning that now is the time. There is a sentence called hop, step, and jump. Now is the time to jump. And we are in the right moment, and the government thinking is also in the right direction to boost the tourism sector of our state. According to a report released by the Thomas Cook India and its group company SOTC, Indians' travel now has become necessity and essential, a part of the Indian lifestyle, and 85% of the Indians planning to increase frequency of holidays from 2 trips per year to 4 to 6 trips annually. We have been seeing this, especially in Puri and other tourist destinations, where we have repeat customers. Indians are increasingly opting for new and unique travel formats. Cruises, scenic train journeys have been increasing, opting for new, unique travel formats and new destinations. Here I would like to urge our government of Odisha that the 480 kilometers coastline and several scenic rivers, Mahanadi, Chilka, Brahmani, and luxury and heritage cruises can be introduced in the Chilka Lake, Bhitarkanika, mangroves, Mahanadi rivers. Scenic train journeys can be introduced across Odisha. Further, Odisha's diverse geography, coastline, hills, forests, heritage sites are ideal for scenic tours. Our government may take steps to launch heritage, luxury train journeys connecting destinations like Bhubaneswar, Chilka, Konark, Satkosia, Koraput in collaboration with the Indian Railways. We all are aware that Odisha is a land of timeless heritage, spiritual depth, and natural beauty. From the architectural marvel, the Sun Temple at Konark, to the spiritual sanctity of Lord Jagannath in Puri, to the serene backwaters of the Chilka Lake and the tribal heartlands of Koraput, the world is yet to fully discover the hidden gems of Odisha. Despite such potential, we are not where we deserve to be on the national and international tourism radar. I take the privilege to share that many key suggestions and policy recommendations made by HRAO in the past 5 editions of the Tourism Conclave have been successfully conveyed to the government and also taken up the suggestions and assured for publishing proactive tourism policy, implementing attractive incentives and subsidies schemes for the private sector to attract more investments to the state. I will not take much time, but I will just touch upon a few points. We had suggested for modification and amendment and upgradation of the tourism policy, which I think is now under very active consideration of the government, and very soon a modified tourism policy will be released. Grant of full industrial status, although hotels and tourism were declared as an industry, but full industrial status will happen in the new tourism policy which is going to come up, and our tourism secretary and the tourism department is working hard to come out with the new tourism policy. We have also requested the government for extension of timelines and approvals for ongoing tourism projects. We have made the government fully aware that it takes a lot of time. After single window, we have got to go to many windows to get many clearances, and that is taking a lot of time in implementation of new projects. The government has, the State Tourism Department has taken this seriously, and our tourism secretary has been working on this, and very soon policies will come out which will speed up the projects being implemented in the state. We also had requested for creation of a land bank for hospitality projects. I think in the last 5-6 months, the tourism department has already identified more than 5,000-6,000 acres of land in different pockets, and very soon they will start announcing this, and entrepreneurs will be attracted to come and invest in the state. We have requested for extension of the Mahaparinirvan Express train, which is carrying the Buddhist tourists coming up to Bodh Gaya. We have asked them for extension to Puri. We have also given suggestions for more attention on western and southern Odisha to unravel the unexplored beauty and heritage of the state. And I think we have a lot of hoteliers who are here from western Odisha. They have already arrived. From southern Odisha also, a lot of hoteliers are here. I think the state government is going to come out with the policy which will encourage all of us to invest in these areas. And we also require the world-class branding. We have requested the government to finalize the brand ambassador for Odisha, and the matter is under active consideration. Development of roadside amenities is one which now the government has identified the land, and very soon they would be announcing which places they would give for roadside amenities, and I think entrepreneurs will come out and apply for those land patches for the roadside amenities. We have also requested the State Tourism Department to conduct FAM tours to bring in tour operators from other states to see Odisha, explore Odisha, see the infrastructure, and that will increase both domestic and also international tourist arrivals to the state. We request the government to propose, since the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India has announced that 50 tourist destinations will be developed to world-class destinations. We have requested the state government to identify at least 3 tourist destinations of Odisha and propose to the central government to make them world-class destinations. Through this conclave, we aim to highlight Odisha's unique tourism assets, from the ancient temples to pristine beaches, from vibrant festivals to rich tribal heritage, to present a roadmap for integrated tourism development that includes two-tier and rural destinations, to attract both domestic and international investments into the state's hospitality sector by announcing attractive incentives for the investors, to create actionable strategies that will support the government in positioning Odisha as a preferred destination in cultural and rural and eco and heritage tourism. With these words, I expect some brilliant suggestions to come out from this conclave. We have invited a lot of people from outside the state. The president of IATO is here. The CEO of Faith is here on the dais. And many experts. We have the CMD of Tourism Finance Corporation, Mr. Anup Bali, is here with us today. From the SIDBI, their AGM is also here. They are also into financing, hospitality and tourism sector. They would also speak their minds, how much they can finance and pump in within the state of Odisha. So many experts are here. I think it is better for me to listen to everybody, which will be more useful to us than me talking, because we have been talking for years. I don't want to repeat those same things, but we would like to listen to new ideas. And I'm sure Mansi Madam, who is here, she's also eager to listen to ideas, and she has a big exposure also, which she will speak during her speech. And with these words, I thank everyone who is here today for being with us, and I thank Mansi Madam for being with us here. And if she could spend the day here listening to speakers, I think it will be useful. We have also requested that tourist officers, Mr. Vinod Jena, Joint Secretary, also to be present here and listen to the stakeholders, listen to suggestions, listen to the experts, which will have a stronger collaboration between the private and the government sectors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mohanty, for setting the context for the conclave ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us on stage Mr. Ashish Gupta, founder of Strategy Pluto and the consulting CEO of Federation of Association in Indian Tourism and Hospitality, the policy platform of the 10 National Tourism, Hospitality and Travel Association of India. Over 27 years, he has handled governments and companies in the visioning, policy and business strategy. He was earlier with Ernst & Young India, spearheading the tourism and hospitality business advisory, among other sectors. I will now request him to address this gathering on the occasion of the inaugural ceremony. A big round of applause as we welcome him on stage.
Madam Director, Chairman Monty, EC of HRAO Office Bearers, and all the delegates, Namaste. It's a slight bit of a homecoming for me. I studied in Odisha 30 years back in Rourkela. My father was posted here. So I feel very nice coming back to this state. It's lovely. You know, I was looking up, Madam Director, about Odisha, and I came across something very interesting. There was a quotation which said that the sea tried to destroy Lord Jagannath temple 5 times. But every time, a magical force built it back up again, which was Lord Kabir. With one hand, he stopped the power of the force. And when I read that, I recall Gandhiji's quotation which said, "Let us gently shape the world. Let us gently move the world." And I think Odisha, I'm sorry, am I mispronouncing it? Is it Odisha, right? Odisha, in all its capability, has the strength and gentleness to move the tourism world. I think Chairman Monty has already said so many phenomenal points, and if even 50% of those come under implementation, I think it will be great. I don't want to repeat those points, but I just want to take a slightly different overall perspective, Madam Director. I think I understand, number one, that the GDP of Odisha from tourism is around 13%. And I think our first target, it always is nice, you're all businessmen here, this is a business of tourism. It's always nice if we start off at a target. And I think our first target should be to doubling the GDP of tourism from 13% to at least 25%. And how will that help? I am very happy to see Viksit Odisha. And if Odisha has to be a moving force to contribute to Viksit Bharat, today I think Odisha contributes around 3% to the GDP of India. And if tourism doubles its contribution, for sure Odisha will contribute even more, to maybe 3 to 5% to the GDP of India. Now, how do we do this? There are a couple of points, and Mr. Mohanty has already mentioned lots of them. It's important to disaggregate them down. First is we need to have targets both for inbound and domestic tourism. And the man for inbound is right here, and I'm sure he'll share his thoughts now. The inbound and domestic is less than, as I understand, 0.4%. So both for domestic and inbound. It's very critical that for domestic tourism, Madam Director, and for inbound, we need to at least hit 1% of the share of India. If you are just around 0.4 and 0.2, it will be very difficult to achieve our target. So let's at least aim to hit 1% of the domestic. 2023, there were around 2.3 billion domestic tourism visits. If you are looking at even 3 billion domestic tourism visits across India, 1% of them will be approximately a huge number, and same so for inbound tourism. Where do these tourists go? I think the hotel investment in Odisha is fairly less than 1% across India in terms of number of hotels and number of rooms. So we need to very aggressively have the investment share of hotel rooms in India, in Odisha, going up. Now, to ensure that, there are 2 key aspects, and Chairman Monty covered that. One is the industry policy of state for hotels needs to be fortified and executed in full status. The land rates, the power rates, the utility rates need to be on industry status. The second is if we can have investment status for hotels, which means capital subsidy, interest subsidy, as well as SGST reimbursement. That will go a long way in promoting investment in hospitality. And as Mr. Mohanty was rightly saying, if we can ensure that the tourism department sets up a stewardship of a single window across the state, because each time there's a delay, the cost of development goes up. So more tourism, more tourists, more hotels. A very important part is we have around 30 districts in Odisha, and I think it's important, I believe you've already done. But for each district, if we take an inventory of the tourism assets, and which all tourism assets can be developed, Madam Director, at the local level, which can be developed at the state level, and maybe as a suggestion, we can look at one district, one global product, which is unique to the state. So we have 30 districts, and if each of these districts can bring out one global or national level product, that itself will become a game changer in promoting tourism and hospitality development. They say Odisha is India's best kept secret. I would slightly beg to differ. I think there is no reason to keep it a secret, as a best kept secret. We should be the best known state, and for which marketing is very critical. The branding of the state, number one. Number two, the fam trips. And fam trips, I think I would urge you, and Ravi is there, he's the expert on that, but I think fam trips need to be looked at with a slight bit of difference. We need to have fam trips segment-wise. You have multiple segments: architectural, pilgrimage, Buddhist. I understand you have a diamond circuit of Buddhism, which is phenomenal. And we have worldwide, there are around 400 million Buddhist tourists, Buddhists. Even if 1% of them come to Odisha, that itself will change the solution. So let's look at fam trips segment-wise. Road shows, it's very important for you to be present, I believe, where the conclaves are happening and where conventions are happening. You are already hosting the IATO convention, and wherever there are national conclaves where all decision makers come, I think it's very important for Odisha to be there. The location of Odisha is extremely advantageous. I think we are, Madam Director, positioned to be a hub between the rest of India and East Asia. And I think we should leverage that through very attractive ATF policies to ensure that there is more connectivity. And now with West Asia under such a big struggle, I think Odisha can play a very good balancing role in creating tourism demand both from the rest of India and from East of Asia. The overall aspect of ease of doing business is very important. I think both for travelers, for travel trade as for hotels. And ease of doing business will ensure that there's a positive direction which comes in for the state of Odisha. Finally, I think all these plans don't happen till a time we have a defined timeline. And I would urge, Madam Director, and we are all very eager to work with you, we can have a task force between the center, at the Odisha government, the industry, to have milestones for the state of Odisha for all of these different aspects. Let's look at doubling the GDP of the state. Let's look at doubling the number of tourists. Let's look at doubling investment. But for each of these, there are certain, and let's look at creating products from each district which are unique to the state of Odisha. There is no reason why this gentle state can't become one of the best tourism destinations not only in the country, but at least in South and East Asia. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Shri Gupta, for your valuable suggestions and inputs. We have with us on stage today as well, President, Indian Association of Tour Operators, Mr. Ravi Gosai. He brings over 26 years of profound experience to the travel and tourism sector, launched his own highly successful New Delhi-based travel and tourism business in 1999 when he was just 25. Later, leveraging his extensive global experience, he established an outbound tour company in 2014 to share his passion for travel with fellow Indians. He has been actively involved with the Indian Association of Tour Operators for 14 years, serving in various capacities before assuming the presidency. May I now request Mr. Ravi Gosai for his address. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you, Diksha ji, for wonderful introduction. Srimati Mansi Nimble, Director, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, Mr. J.K. Monti, Chairman Swasti Group and Chairman HRAO, Ashish Gupta, Consulting CEO and my colleague in association, Shri Milind Gupta ji, General Secretary HRO. Namaskar, good morning to everyone. It is indeed an honor for me to address this distinguished gathering in Odisha. I am here, this is my second Odisha Tourism Conclave. I was here, I think, 2 years back. And it's always good to see that this conclave brings all stakeholders from tourism at one platform. And this is very important for the tourism ecosystem of Odisha, that this kind of conclaves bring positive outcome after the discussions what we will have during the day. First of all, important part is Odisha is one of the states in India, but it has lots of potential for tourism. And we as a tour operator, we look for new tourism products every year because we cannot sell same kind of itineraries to our clients overseas. So most of our members, when we go to different states and attend these kind of conclaves or per se our annual conventions, we try to bring it to the different states so that our members can see different products and then they can sell India as a whole. I see that there are lots of opportunity for tourism in Odisha. Odisha has a fabulous tourism product, I can say. It has everything actually. I'll talk about the foreign tourist point of view. You have beautiful ecosystem, you have beaches, you have cultural heritage, rich cultural heritage, I can say. You have UNESCO site, Konark Temple. You have a rich tribal belt. So product-wise, tourism has lots of offer, I think, but what I believe is tourism is under-leveraged, its product, when it comes to selling to the clients or promoting. So it's a responsibility of stakeholders, not only the government, but also the stakeholders. Government work as a facilitator and provides you a level playing platform to produce your product or showcase your product in comparative to other states in India. But it's the efforts of stakeholders which takes your destination to the right tourists. So it's very important, like what Ashish said, that you need to see your targeted tourists, what kind of tourists you want for your destination. For example, if you need a Buddhist tourist, you have to go to the Southeast Asia. So the people who are engaged in Buddhist tourism, they should go to Southeast Asia, Japan, Korea, Sri Lanka, where you have the majority of Buddhist tourists coming. And if you want to promote your tribal belt, you have to go to the Western countries where people are more attracted to this kind of tourism product. So this is very important. Secondly, Ashish said about the IATO convention. So we are coming here for the third time. So it will be our third convention in Odisha. We really want Odisha to come up at a very competitive product when it comes to selling product of overall India. So after this convention, which we will have in August, then 22nd to 25th August, we are planning to have 8 to 9 FAM trips for different sectors. And I'm very happy and thankful to all stakeholders that they came up with much enthusiasm and offering rooms and everything. So this kind of efforts is needed from the stakeholder side, and our tour operators, they should also see the product so they can sell. I've been to Odisha maybe 10 to 12 times, but beyond this golden triangle of Bhubaneswar, Puri, Konark, I haven't seen anything else. So this kind of convention, annual conventions or the conclaves, gives us opportunity to see beyond. So I have a plan to go to Bidar this time. There is a luxury cruise which is operated by Mr. Raj Singh, and he's pushing us that you should go and see the cruises. So these kind of products can only sell if the tour operator experience it. And madam, I just want to tell you one thing, that all the tour operators who come here, they will be your extended sales force. You can only provide a good infrastructure. But who will use that infrastructure once it's in place? These are the tour operators, which they will see and they will try to promote this overseas and bring foreign tourists to Odisha. So I wish all the best for Odisha Tourism Conclave organizers. This is 6th HRAO Tourism Conclave, and I must appreciate Mr. Mohanty for organizing this every year and bring different stakeholders from all over India to interact with your local stakeholders here. And I will be speaking in one of the session on marketing Odisha. So I will speak more about like how we can do, which kind of tools we can use to market Odisha internationally, globally, and make Odisha as one of the most prominent tourism state in India. With this word, I'll stop my speech here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravi Gusain, for your key inputs. We look forward to hearing more from you during the technical session. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly privileged to have with us today Srimati Mansi Nimble, Director Tourism, Government of Odisha. A 2010 batch IAS officer, she has been dedicatedly working now to translate Odisha government's vision of taking Odisha tourism into a new era, into reality with greater focus on experience-based tourism, digital promotion, and sustainable models. Her multi-sectoral expertise, reform-driven approach, and a global outlook enable her to spearhead Odisha's tourism progress in sync with the Sustainable Development Goals. It'll be an honor to now request her to address this wonderful gathering on the occasion of the inaugural ceremony of the 6th Odisha Tourism Conclave. A big round of applause as we welcome her for her address.
All the members and dignitaries on the dais and all the invitees of the dais, a very good morning to all of you. Most of you I'm meeting for the first time because I recently joined tourism department, and I welcome you all for this tourism conclave. Before I start my 2 minutes interaction with you, I just want to know that how many of you are from Odisha? Almost all. If you all are from Odisha, then mu Odiyare kohibi, because I wanted to know apan kotu aschanti. Okay, so mu mo bisare kohi deuchi. Moro ghar Delhi, moro janam Delhi, college Delhi, university, sabu kichi Delhi. Moro bapa houchanti Haryana, moro ma houchi Punjab ru. So Haryana, Punjab, Delhi, tinta rajya hoye gala. तो ये तीनटा लैंग्वेज मोते आसुची, हरियाणवी, पंजाबी, दिल्ली रो तो हिंदी. ताबाद ओडिशा मु काम करूची तो मु ओडिया 4टा लैंग्वेज हे गला. और दी 3टा लैंग्वेज मु बुझी पारुची मराठी, to some extent Telugu. So these are my linguistic interactions, so understandings. Then I would also say that mu London rahili 2 वर्ष, actually 3 वर्ष amaro studies program pai. So I'm right now pursuing my PhD final year in sustainable development and particularly sustainable livelihood for women engaged in Odisha. So this is a brief background about me. This is a 15-year in Indian Administrative Service. And right now I have given this opportunity, wonderful opportunity to be in the tourism sector. In India, if we talk, India, the next, by 2030, the data says, by 2030, hospitality sector in India, the GDP contribution is going to be about $550 billion. $550 billion USD would be the contribution of Indian hospitality sector by 2030, which is equivalent to the economy of Thailand, Poland, Norway, and other small European countries. And out of that, Odisha would be one of the leading tourism contributing state in India. Why? Because Odisha has mountain, Odisha has beach, Odisha has forest, Odisha has got wildlife, Odisha has got cultural heritage, Odisha has got delicious food, and Sabutu Priya, Odisha has the unique religious Amaro Mahaprabhu, Amaro Jagannath Mahaprabhu, Jo Ebe Didin, after 2 days, we'll have the world famous Rath Yatra. So, all these are unique aspects to promote Indian tourism, particularly in Odisha, and taking Odisha tourism towards the next level. तो जदि आम टूरिज्म सेक्टर देखा तो टूरिज्म सेक्टर रे लास्ट ईयर डेटा आमर जो अच्छी वी हैव मोर देन 1 crore टूरिस्ट डोमेस्टिक इंटरनेशनल मिसिके लास्ट 24-25 रे आमर आसथिले out of that foreigner tourists are very less but domestic tourists have jumped 3 times after COVID. What does it say? It says that local domestic tourists are looking for new places to go. Everywhere, if you see, particularly in busy North India or around the big cities, the tourism is now going towards over tourism in terms of saturation, traffic, and the capacity is increasing. ଲୋକମାନେ ଏବେ ଖୋଜୁଛନ୍ତି ଅଫ୍-ବିଟ୍ ଲୋକେସନ୍. ଲୋକମାନେ ଖୋଜୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେଉଁଠି ଶାନ୍ତିରେ ଆମେ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ସହିତ ବୁଲାବୁଲି କରିପାରିବେ, ବ୍ୟୁଟିଫୁଲ୍ ସିରିନ୍ ନେଚର୍ ଦେଖିପାରିବେ. So that is the advantage Odisha has. In order to attract more and more tourists, we need your support, and government is always there to give you the rightful support which you need, to increase the number of room keys, to provide you the facilities so that you can, so-called give you the access to all of those, विभिन्न जो गोटे होटल खोलिबा पाई you have the clearances to how we can give you facilitation. So we are going to start a facilitation cell in our tourism department, which will be led by our joint secretary. He is here, Vinod. After this, he will be talking about it. So facilitation cell, Koti BNT facilitation cell, I have not seen in tourism department, where the hospitality sector, लोकों को केमती तांकर कौन प्रॉब्लम आसे ताको केमती हमें स्मूथली फैसिलिटेट करके so that you can get the clearances, you can get different types of certificates which you need to start your unit. As well as we are also going very aggressive in different new niche products like adventure tourism. We are going to come up with a new homestay policy as well. We are going to come up with many innovative ideas so that we can attract tourists. But for everything, we need your support. And how we can, deliver, as I said, amaro jo vision achi, Viksit Bharat, Viksit Odisha, Vision 2047, in order to meet that, already we have started internally department re, ame gote tracking kor deichu, department wise, that each department re, each section re, jo 2047 vision achi, each point pai amaro tracking start hi jaichi. We are prioritizing 15 destination, ecotourism, cultural heritage, all of them by tracking aram hi jaichi ki how every year benchmark amaro jo amaro rahichi, how we can progress in that and how we can achieve Viksit Bharat, Viksit Odisha before the deadline. And for that, we would need all of your support. Another thing which I want to say is that hospitality sector in Odisha also need skilled manpower. For that also, we are starting on various identification. We also have 2 colleges here in Odisha, which are SIHM and IHM, Along with that, we are also trying to partner with other agencies where we can get skilled manpower for you. Providing the trunk infra, safety, sanitation, security, again the tourism department is taking lead and identify more and more destination which can be part of these important destination और दूर दूर अंचल को भी केमती minimum safety sanitation हमें दे पारिबो. So all of this we are planning from our end, but खाली ए गोटे conclave रे हमें रही जुबा नहीं. We have to ensure that we go very, I wouldn't use the word aggressive, but very ambitiously that केमती जो जो हमें टारगेट रखुचु ताको केमती टारगेट न देखी के गोटे मोटिवेशन देखिबा. Motivation in order to get provide services, in order to provide experiences जो tourist आसचंती, along with the memorable experience all the tourists जो बाहरु आसचंती से मानक पाई केमती हमें memorable एक experience दे परिबे. मु मोर पर्सनल कही दउची, all my family, मोर माँ बापा भाई भौणी, all of them are in Delhi. सबु छुट्टी रे से ओडिशा आसंती. तो कोडी जाउनी शिमला नैनीताल कैंसिल. सबु छुट्टी रे से ओडिशा आसंती. आए मोर छुट्टी हैला मोर भौणी झियोंगर समर वेकेशन दिल्ली रे गुड़गांव मनाली सबु कैंसिल. जा ओडिशा बुली के आस. समस्त ओडिशा बुलुचंती और मोर जो आग माने कजन्स और समस्त एबे बड़ बड़ हे जाइछंती. ऑल आर वर्क इन कॉर्पोरेट. से पूरा पूरा गाड़ी नहीं आसचंती बुलुचंती ओडिशा रे. मते से खोजी के फोन करे तमे जानिछ तमरो एंती झरना. आई सेड आई डोंट नो. से सियाड़े कहउछंती कि दिस इज व्हाट इज हमें एक्सप्लोर करूछु. So this is the highlight which we see that attract the youngsters, corporates. तामको खाली फोटो देखाई देले से आजिकली सोलो ट्रैवलर इन्फ्लुएंसर से निजे निजे गाड़ी नहीं के पहुंची जाउछंती ताको लोकेशन को से to show in their channel or on their social media handles. So this is what Odisha has the potential, and already as he was saying, it's no more the best kept secret. It is the very obvious answer that anybody who wants to find peace, who wants to enjoy nature, and who wants to have a memorable experience, they are now looking for destinations like Odisha. What we are lacking at the moment is we are lacking the number of room keys, we are lacking the number of star hotel categories, we are lacking the number of providing new destinations. So for that we already have started initiative, and we need all of your support so that you can, both of us together can achieve this objective of Viksit Bharat and Viksit Odisha. Thank you so much.
We are very thankful to Director Tourism, पर्यटन विभाग निर्देशिका श्रीमती मानसी निम्भल को बहुत बहुत अशेष धन्यवाद तांकर प्रेरणादायी अभिभाषण पाई. वर्तमान आमे दुई तीनटा प्रश्न नहीं परिबा. We will be able to take a few questions. So if you, but yeah, we have limited time because she has another engagement. So we are in a position to take 2 or 3 questions at the max. So if there are questions, I request volunteers to please give the cordless mic within the audience. And please introduce yourself, and then you can ask your question. Yeah, can we hand over the cordless? Yes.
नमस्कार, मो ना तिमिर बरण पटनायक, मु नवगुंजर ट्रेवल्स रो मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर. मो क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टर टूरिज्म को पाई जे आपण मानकर एबे टूरिज्म डिपार्टमेंट रो आम ट्राइबल टूर जोटा को आम माने करूथुलु एवं एबे मध्य किछि करा जाउची ता पई आपणकर एबे व्यवस्था कोन आपण किछि क्लियर कट पॉलिसी हेलानी की जदी हेइनी केबे आपण एटाउ करिवे. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you for the question. आमर ट्राइबल टूरिज्म पाई आमर ऑलरेडी existing policy मध्ये अच्छी और आमर पॉलिसी जेमती मिस्टर मोहंती कहले आमर अमेंडमेंट भी होची ताधरे भी आमे नुआ कंपोनेंट भी ऐड करूची. आमे गोटे planned where jiba tribal tourism re ame already start कर देछु to look for promoting tribal homestay और सेति पाई हमरो वर्तमान यूएनडीपी को नहीं के गोटे रिसर्च स्टार्ट हे जाची सो दैट सिस्टमैटिकली हमें ताको केमती टेकअप करिबा प्रॉपर प्लानिंग रे and so that we are able to provide sustainable tourism in the tribal areas. So already we have taken it up. I think within 1 year, upon kichi, I would say not 1 year, 6 months, kichi na kichi bahar you will be able to see.
Thank you. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. प्रश्न हमें आज्ञा नबा. सर माइक टिके ऑन कर दियो तो ताका पाई.
Ma'am, I am Jasbir Singh Hura. I am the Chartered President of Western Odisha Hotel Association. One thing while hearing to the inaugural speech, the gentleman was telling that he has come so many times to Bhubaneswar and he has not gone beyond Puri, Konark and these places. When we talk of Odisha tourism, how are we going to showcase our different things? Suppose Hirakud Dam, the biggest dam of the world, I say. It finds a place in a 100 rupee currency note. But people are still unaware of the vastness of that place. It has got bird sanctuaries, it has got now boating facilities. Lot of development can be done. There are places like Sunabeda, which has a hill station type of climate is there. Why we are unable to showcase our whole Odisha to the Indian market? And it is a common thing. Whenever we come, we talk about this golden triangle and these three places. Unfortunately, when we want to develop tourism at a whole for the whole of state, so it should be inclusive. At least during such functions, we can showcase something for the Western Odisha, something for the Southern Odisha. Madam, we have got festivals like Sital Sasti. Probably that is a kind of festival which is one of the best in the world. We have got Dhanu Yatra in Bargarh. But how many people know about this? So I will request, madam, and I would like to know what we are going to do, at least in such events. Maybe 10 minutes for Western Odisha, 10 minutes for Southern Odisha, 10 minutes for other places. So that when people are coming to these functions from throughout the country, they can at least know and they can plan how to market these things for the future.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like, I think you will be very happy to know that we are going to start multiple tourism experiences on Hirakud Dam. Already it is gone into the tender stage. We are going to have experiences center starting from eco retreat, which is obviously happening at the moment during the season, winters. We are going to have nice exhibitions we have planned for this year in Hirakud. We also have planned to start a light and sound show. We are having a Hirakud museum. These are all in the tender stage. We are very soon, we already had done a master planning of the entire Hirakud area. That took us 8 months because this is a big project, it's not a small project. So that the entire master planning has been done, and we have also we are going to have a master plan for the Debrigad Wildlife Sanctuary. So unless, because see, the idea is to do it everything strategically with the proper planning. Because Odisha is a green field. Ame jodi bina planning re kichi kaam kar deba, so problems which in future arises because of either having over carrying capacity or multiple environmental reasons. So we have to have a proper planning. And ame ete 6-8 मास रे एते कष्ट करी के प्लानिंग टेंडर सब करी के we are लागिछु ame करूछु वर्तमान. Within 6 months you will see result. Next conclave re आपण मते कहिबो Hirakud रे कोन कोन होउची मु कहिबे नै.
Thank you, madam. I think Jasbir.
And south भी कहि दउची, that was Hirakud. South पाई भी हमरो दियोमाली पाई भी we are having in Koraput, in the tribal areas भी जो मते कहउथिले, we are now going to start tribal museum, craft museum in various location. Bargarh रे गोटे craft museum हमरो होउची, हमरो गोटे craft museum कोटपाड़ रे हमें करूछु. वर्तमान गोटे क्राफ्ट म्यूजियम और गोटे जगह आमर मोर मनासे विभिन्न कटक रे गोटे करूछु मणियाबंध. तो विभिन्न जगह रे जोन रे आमे वर्तमान करूची एंड ऑल ऑफ मु एबे किछि कहू नै एथि बिकॉज दे आर ऑल इन टेंडरिंग स्टेज दैट इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग गिव मी 1 ईयर ऑलरेडी आई हैव पुट इन टेंडर हे जाई छी नेक्स्ट ईयर आपण माने सियाडू कहबो मैडम आपण को क्राफ्ट म्यूजियम बहुत भलो होची सेठी मोर होटल अछि सेठी मोर पिकनिक अछि से सेमती चालुची ताको पई और कोन करा जिवो सेडा भी कंटीन्यूअस चलिबो गोटे क्राफ्ट म्यूजियम कर देले होबो नै देवमाली रे we are doing a full zoning of that area to develop it as a whole for a hotel district as well as we already have done there is a ame ताको कोन ना देचू देवमाली project pai the entire having a minimum cafe facility parking toilet infra tender is already in the tendering stage another project which is there in caravan tourism वो सेटा तो आसीबो there is another thing which is which we have done all these work are in execution phase so you will be very pleased to know that very soon they will be live काम आरंभ हे जिवो and जो हा काम रे समय लागिवो 6-8 मार्च civil work takes time that will be very soon completed
thank you so
madam
much.
And Jasbir, we from the HRAO we have always been trying to promote Odisha as a 21 nights destination. You see, somebody is coming from a long distance like USA or Europe, they would like to spend not 2 nights, 3 days, Bhubaneswar, Puri, Konark. We would like to promote Daringbadi, we would like to promote Debrigad, Sambalpur. And recently, we had a long meeting with the Secretary of Tourism. Huge investment and exposure is going to be made in the Hirakud Dam, Domali Hills. I think Madam is not going to announce anything until the tenders are finalized and they are going to go ahead. But in the technical session, Mr. Binod Jana is here, Joint Secretary Tourism. He would be able to highlight the plans of the Tourism Department. I think we can take one more question.
Yes, the last question, lady. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Jai Jagannath. I am Kaveri Ra. By profession, I am an interior designer.
ठीक है, जोर रखो तो सुगुनी.
By profession, I am an interior designer. मु 35 वर्ष परे पुणी ओडिशा को आसीची जेके महांती मते जानी चंती बहुत दिन रु मोर गोटिए खाली प्रॉब्लम मु एठी देखे रिगार्डिंग द टूरिज्म ग्लोबली एडवर्टाइजमेंट इज वेरी लेस मु 3 दिन आगे मु यूएस रु आसीली आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स देयर मु जेते बेले तांकू ओडिशा रो फोटो देखौची दे आर आस्किंग मी हाउ विल गो देयर where is the advertisement, how we'll connect with them. तो मते लागुची globally advertisement is very less. आमे जदि like the place like US रो ही गोटी आमे जदि गोटी एरिया को भी आमे cover करी पारिबा like social media हला कि हमरो एठो represent जाय कि सेठी से मान को connect कले so people will get really interested. मु इंडिया रो सब जगह देखि देछि like last month I went to Arunachal. सेमानकर एते माने proper way रे से tourism टा को manage करूचंती in terms of the local, you know, local guys and say जो travel agents से माने but सेटा that is lacking in Odisha. Honestly, मु बहुत जगह को बुल्ला परे मते लागुची.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, as I said, we already same question. In order to have a digital media strategy, we need a some kind of proper what do we want, which market we want, हमें को country को target करिबा कि को this thing और हमरो सबु प्रकार आरंभ हे जाई छी branding marketing strategy. Very soon we are going to go live. अपन माने देखिबे गोटे campaign हमरो तैयारी होची to promote Odisha tourism. ताको गोटे campaign हिसाब रे हमें केमति चलाइबो within 1 or 2 months. Sabu social media handle digital platforms re you will be able to see our videos or still images to promote Odisha tourism. So as you said in America and everywhere else pura biswa sara amaro chalibo eta ebe bartaman ki states re amaro joti joti travel mart hochi we are promoting that ta sahi to ame gote Odisha road show sabu bada bada countries joti amaro basic tourist aschanti ki asibar scope achi और हमरो डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट अच्छी वी आर ऑलरेडी हमरो प्लानिंग सबू हो जाइए खाली एबे लाइव रो समय आसिलानी आपण अति शीघ्र देखिबे केमती हमरो विभिन्न ओडिशा टूरिज्म इज गोइंग प्लेसेस. थैंक यू.
So thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am ko pain gote jodhar tali hi jao. Not everyone gives that kind of a time for an audience interaction, stakeholder interaction. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And bartaman ame mancha se namo sabu visishta atithi brindan ko smruti chinna pradan kari sammanita karibu. We would like to felicitate all our esteemed guests on dais by presenting them mementos. So I'll first request Dr. J.K. Mahanti to felicitate Director Tourism, Government of Odisha, Srimati Mansi Nimble. We're really grateful for the time she has taken out for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you so much, madam. I'll request Dr. Mahanti to now felicitate President IATO, Mr. Ravi Gosai. I'll also request him to felicitate Consulting CEO of Faith, Shri Ashish Gupta. Thank you so much. I'll now request General Secretary HRAO, Shri Milind Gupta, to present the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Odisha for the 6th Tourism Conclave, hosted at this beautiful place, Swasti Premium. My first and foremost heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Mrs. Mansi Nimble, for taking out her valuable time and attending this event for the inauguration and giving us her thoughtful vision for the promotion of Odisha and Viksit Odisha under Viksit Bharat. 2036 is going to be a landmark year for Odisha, and I'm sure Odisha will be positioned very high on this map of India in the tourist footfalls. Thank you, ma'am, once again for your valuable time and insights on the tourism industry. I would also like to express my deep appreciation to Sri Ravi Gosai, President IATO, for his impactful address, for being a vital part of our efforts in promoting India tourism at the global map. A warm thanks to Mr. Ashish Gupta, CEO Faith, for traveling all the way and coming here to attend, and for his very useful vision in increasing the footfalls in the state. A warm thanks to our Chairman, Dr. J.K. Mahanti sir, whose leadership and vision continues to drive the association forward, and he is a true epitome of tourism in Odisha. My gratitude to all the dignitaries and delegates who have traveled from various parts of the country to attend this and make this program successful on the various panel discussions which we are going to have, the deliberations for this tourism conclave with a vision to making Odisha the #1 spot in the tourist map of India. I would also like to thank the media for coming here and covering this event, and all the partners of the event, our sponsors, for making this event possible. Thank you so much. Vande Utkal Janani.
Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of the inaugural ceremony. We'll be starting with the technical sessions right away. So we'd once again like to thank all the dignitaries, including Director Tourism, Srimati Mansi Nimble, once again for gracing the inaugural ceremony. And I'll request everyone to stay seated because we'll be starting with the technical session right away. So without wasting any time, ladies and gentlemen, as we set the stage for our next session, I would like to inform the audience that our next session is on Odisha achieving leadership position in Indian tourism sector. For this session, we will have with us Joint Secretary Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Binod Jena, who will be the session chair. We'll have with us Shri Vishal Vithal Kamath, Executive Director, Kamath Hotel India Limited. We'll have with us Shri Anup Bali, CMD, TFCI, New Delhi. We'll also have with us Shri Shantanu Kumar Nanda, AGM, SIDBI, Bhubaneswar. We'll have with us Dr. J.K. Mohanty, Chairman, HRAO, and also the session will be moderated by Shri Ashish Gupta, Consulting CEO, Faith. So as we set the stage for this session, you are anyways coming again now. Yeah, you're moderating. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll request, please stay settled. We would like to continue with the sessions. ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଅନୁରୋଧ କରିବି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆପଣମାନେ ବସି ରୁହନ୍ତୁ ଟେକ୍ନିକାଲ ସେସନ୍ସ ଆମେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରୁଛେ ସମୟର ଅଭାବ ଯୋଗୁଁ ଆମେ ଆପଣମାନେ ଜାଣିଥିବେ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା 6:30ରେ ଆମର ଭ୍ୟାଲିଡିକ୍ଟରୀ ସେରିମନି ସମାପନୀ ସମାରୋହ ଅଛି ଆଉ ତାକୁ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା ଆମ ପାଇଁ ବହୁତ ଆବଶ୍ୟକ କାହିଁକି ମାନ୍ୟବର ରାଜ୍ୟପାଳ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଇ ସେସନ୍ ପାଇଁ ଏବଂ ଆମେ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଟେକ୍ନିକାଲ ସେସନ୍ସରେ ବହୁତ ସ୍ପିକର୍ସ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଚାହୁଁଛୁ ଯେତେ ଅଧିକ ସମୟ ଦେଇ ହେବ ସେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଅନୁରୋଧ କରିବୁ ଆପଣ ବସି ରୁହନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ସେସନ୍ଟି ଆରମ୍ଭ କରୁଛେ So the pattern would be that I'll be inviting all of them on stage. As they settle down, I'll take the opportunity to introduce each one of them so that the moderator can straight dive into the discussion. Can I request members to please come inside? I'll request volunteers, if there are any, to please request members